We all eat, including our Sims. And some of us have grown up feeding our Sims. Unless you weren't feeding them, in which case, good for you for finding more ways to unalive them. But today I wanted to reminisce about the food that I grew up with. The delicious pixel food in The Sims 2, that is. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Sims Lore. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 10 foods in The Sims 2, the ones that make you drool every single time your Sims has a bite. What could be a more appropriate way to start watching the video than making sure you have your snacks ready and letting me know what they are in that snack report. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this if you enjoyed it. Food in video games has been represented incredibly well, not so well, and terribly. Yeah, okay, Sims 4 food is not that bad, but in comparison to The Sims 2, it's terrible. And okay, it's not just about how it looks, it's about the preparation, the overall vibes of the dish, and the gusto with which your Sims eat it. So for this video, I chose the Jacet family from the shopping district of Blue Water Village to help us showcase a few of my favorite dishes. The household consists of elderly woman Denise Jacet and her son Gilbert. She owns a bakery that she ran with her husband before his passing, but now her son runs it. Gilbert will become an elder shortly after the start of the game, and his mother is very close to passing away, so she has little time to teach her son the ins and outs of the family business. This household is particularly hard to manage without cheats because Gilbert has no cooking skill at all, so his mother is clearly the one who does all the cooking for the bakery, and also they're both so close to the end of their sim lives, since Denise will soon pass away and Gilbert will be too tired to manage everything by himself. Tragic? Perhaps. But now they will be used for our entertainment. So let's have Denise showcase my most beloved dishes. She's going to be making us some lovely spaghetti first, to show you the difference in preparation and looks. You can see all the details here when she takes out the board. It has the spaghetti box, tomatoes, cheese, everything you need to make it. In comparison to The Sims 4, where, you know, I mean, yeah. In The Sims 2, you have to have a skill level of 10 to access all of the foods available to cook. And yes, I cheated for poor old Denise. But there are some foods that your Sims cannot make and can only order or have whilst on holiday. But you know, for today we'll be focusing on the ones that your Sims can have without leaving the lot. Okay, let's start off with food number 10. So, with the least drool-inducing dish, the hamburger. Now, okay, it actually does look good. The prep, especially, is absolutely amazing. I love the pickles, I love the animation of making the patty, nothing wrong here. However, after cooking it in a pan, they literally only serve the burger, just on its own. It's just wrong. Where's the sides? Where are the chips? Where's the dips or garnishes? Come on. And I mean, yeah, it's tasty looking, but it definitely deserves the bottom rank. Coming in at a solid number 9 are the chips. Or as we'd call them here in Ireland, the crisps. Yes, I loved these. I mean, come on, you mean to tell me that as a kid you wouldn't make your Sims eat a whole bag? It's every kid's dream, and every adult's. Okay, look, we might just have different dreams and hopes, but there's a catch with them, because essentially you never see them. The Sim just grabs the bag from the fridge, yes, the fridge, and just shoves a handful of them in their mouths. There's no other way to eat crisps, by the way, only shoveling them in your mouth is the appropriate way to eat them. But the only object is the actual crisp bag. Now, you can kind of see what they would look like if they were to be an object that your Sim would actually eat. They essentially just look like crinkle cut crisps, probably just salted. Ugh, I could really go for some right about now. And I have a feeling that as we go through the list, it's going to get even harder not to crave these dishes. Okay, at number 8 we have the salmon. Yes, now I know what you might be thinking, it looks so good. Perhaps this should be kind of up there with the others on the list. However, there are some things I'm not 100% a fan of. The prep is amazing. I love the little lemons, the green onion, and the little seasoning bowl and oil. But then it comes out of the oven looking a bit, I don't know, a bit flat. The rice is nothing to write home about, and the overall look of the salmon is a bit undercooked for me. Also, those zucchinis or whatever they are on the side, they look bland. I think this dish deserves to be here because it's tasty looking and I would probably eat it, but it's a bit meh. Now at number 7 we have the baked Alaska. This looks okay-ish, but it's also about what it means to me. The meaning of the baked Alaska was always so special. To prepare it, the sim gets flour, ice cream, milk, and eggs. Then they mix it all up and it looks fairly globby.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
And then they pop it in the oven. Once it's ready to serve, they pour alcohol on top and light it for a neat little trick. Your sim had to spend hours and hours in the kitchen perfecting their skill or reading up on it. I don't know about you, but when I first started playing, I didn't know the cheats, so I had to grind. Well, my sims had to grind, but you know. But once they made it to the top and they were able to bake a baked Alaska, that was such a proud moment for little me. And in fairness to it, it does look really good. I know it's supposed to be this cake and ice cream topped with caramelized meringue. It doesn't look as good in game, but as I never had it growing up and I still never had baked Alaska, I just assumed it's like a cream cake or something. Either way, it deserves to be in this ranking and I will fight anyone who disagrees. Coming in hot at number 6, we have the pancakes. Who doesn't love pancakes? And who doesn't remember feeding them to your sim like every morning? My favorite thing is having a big family and having the parents get up early in the morning to make a big batch of pancakes and serve them up to everyone. Then the kids finish up and go to school. It's so cozy. And of course, for the prep, the Sims gets out milk, eggs, flour, sugar, and a rising agent, mixes everything together and cooks them in a frying pan. Once they're done, they look like they have maple syrup and a little square of butter on top. Delicious. Next up is cake. Oh yes, the cake. Now, I know the baked Alaska is also a cake, but I just adore cake. I really do, and I'm fighting the urge to edit this into the very top, but I'm thinking of challenging myself and saving that for something else. To prep, the sim takes out eggs, milk, flour, sugar, a rising agent, and a chocolate bar. They mix it all up and pour it into a square cooking tin. It really looks like red velvet cake, but since there was chocolate on the prep board, we can assume it's a chocolate cake. It goes into the oven and comes out a perfectly round cake with little flower decorations, as well as some white icing. You can also see all the individual slices as well, much like the pizza, which we'll get into in a minute. And look at that, cutting into it is just stunning. Fourth, we have the Chinese food boxes. They came with the Sims 2 University pack, and it was a great new addition to the takeaway menu. I mean, it's nothing special really, it's just a white Chinese box with egg fried rice in it. It looks like there's some green onion, carrots, and peas. The delivery is similar to that of the pizza, but the sign on top of the car is different. But you see, this is number 4 because of the meaning behind it. Just like the baked Alaska, it's the vibe I'm getting. I love ordering a good takeaway. Nothing beats a nice big bag of Chinese food at the end of a hard week. And oh my god, the first time I saw the food, let me tell you, begged my mum to either make me stir-fried rice and get a Chinese food box to put it in, or just go out and get Chinese takeaway. Now, when I moved to Ireland, I had a bit of a shock. Chinese food here is pretty strange. It's not authentic Chinese food by any means. Of course, there's egg fried rice, chop suey, fried wontons, and General Tso's chicken. All those non-authentic Chinese dishes. But there are a few dishes that I'm sure you haven't heard of unless you've travelled to Ireland. There's a dish called a 4-in-1, which is just chips, fried rice, curry sauce, and chicken. Now, okay, that sounds disgusting, but hear me out. It's very popular when you're hungover. It just does the trick. Also, my absolute favourite and go-to is a spice bag. It's chips, chicken, and stir-fried vegetables, of course spiced and sort of spicy. There isn't any sauce, it's just dry, but it's the best thing ever. Whenever I feel down in the dumps, I get a good spice bag. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. The Chinese food box in The Sims 2 has a sentimental value. And the texture looks really good. I love the way different Sims can eat it as well. They either use chopsticks or they just shove it down their throat. But it's the meaning behind it. Ordering it and getting cozy, watching TV, that's the best part for me, and it makes it a delicious thing in itself. Okay, coming in at number 3 is the spaghetti dish. Oh boy, how I love pasta. I grew up in Italy as well before moving back home to Romania, so I adored this dish. My Sims would always make it for dinner, and I think I mentioned it in another one of my videos, but when they overly salt the sauce, I just have to have it. Is that weird? Perhaps, but it's how I choose to live my life. Like I said when I was comparing The Sims 4 food with The Sims 2 spaghetti, the prep is incredible. You have the pasta box, you have the tomatoes, the cheese. I mean, look at those peppers. And then you can actually see the pepper being cut up. The little cut up textured pepper is so cute. Honestly, this is one of my favorite dishes in real life, and I love this. However, it's number 3 because once it's actually prepared, I don't like the fact that it's not all mixed up. Look, okay, I have this thing with the sauce on top. If you don't actually mix it all in, it just doesn't taste the same. At number 2, the other takeaway, the base game original takeaway in The Sims 2, which is the pizza. And to be honest, it comes in at a close second. I just love ordering pizza for my Sim. The individual slices, the texture of the pepperonis on top, the cheese that's melted onto the box as your Sims takes a slice. Honestly, it's a religious experience. Not to mention the whole process of actually ordering it and having the delivery guy come in his beat up car. You know what this really reminds me of? Little Nero's delivery service in Home Alone. The pizza guy kept kicking that statue. And also their promise of delivering in 20 minutes or you don't pay. That's wild. I love little details like that. And also I'd love that in real life because where I'm living currently, the traffic is horrendous, so they'll never hold up their end of the bargain. And at number 1, we have, drumroll please, the berry pie. I'm fighting the urge to edit this into the very top, but I'm thinking of challenging myself and saving that for something else.
Why you always lying?
Okay, yeah, I didn't veer away from the cakes, but okay, in fairness, this is not a cake, it's a pie, so... Now, okay, you might be thinking, the pie at number 1? Just wait and see. So starting off with the prep, which is immaculate, by the way. We have flour, sugar, a rising agent, eggs, milk, and a nice little basket full of strawberries. It's amazing. Look at those strawberries. They're incredible. The color, the texture, 10 out of 10. So then the Sim mixes all the ingredients. They pour it into a square cooking tin, and within that there is a pie tin. Beautiful lattice work. It looks amazing. Now into the oven. Then the pie is ready to come out of the oven. Pastry looks nice and well done all over, lovely and brown. The inside looks perfectly cooked and steamy. But now for the moment of truth. When the Sim cuts into it and serves it, it's a religious experience. The inside looks like juicy cherries, strawberries, and raspberries. I'm in pixel food heaven. The texture, the vibe, the feeling. This dish deserves all the praise. Absolutely astonishing. I bet the taste is also impeccable, like the flavor profile must be 10 out of 10. You know what, I'm really happy with my decision to put this at number 1. Round of applause for one of the best dishes I have ever seen. And now, I think we have to give Denise a break, or she'll soon join her husband in the Blue Water Village cemetery. Alright guys, there you have it. Top 10 Sims 2 dishes, all ranked. Let me know your favorite in-game dish if you have any. I would like to thank my social channel members, Jiggly and Krissy Pyne. Thank you both so much for your support. I would also like to thank my patrons, Whitney Marion, Papa Khan, Negative Dana, LeMay, ML, Alia Deshayas, Perlog Anwil, Kitajan the Arcane Archer, Nicole Dante, Artsy Flashback, Nathan Lim, Sabrina, Adele Instead, Alice Wild, and Miss Shay. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. That's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and let me know your theories in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more lore and updates. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!